Welcome to the world of wands, wonder, and wisdom. While the Harry Potter series is packed with spells and mythical creatures, it also holds some of the most timeless leadership lessons you'll ever encounter. Today, we'll dive deep into how our favorite witches and wizards model exceptional leadership, and how you can apply those lessons to your own life. Leadership is more than commanding others. It's about courage, resilience, and staying true to what you believe in. And in the wizarding world, we find examples in every corridor of Hogwarts, every battle fought, and every quiet act of bravery. Harry Potter is the ultimate embodiment of courageous leadership. Time and again, he steps up to face dangers most would run from. In the Forbidden Forest, when he willingly walks to his death to save others, we see the essence of true bravery. It's not about being fearless, it's about being afraid and moving forward anyway. Harry didn't know how things would turn out, but he chose to act out of love and protection for others. That's leadership at its core. It's not just fighting dark wizards. Remember when Neville Longbottom stood up to Harry, Hermione, and Ron in Sorcerer's Stone? That too was courage, proving that leadership isn't about popularity, it's about integrity. Neville's moment is short, but unforgettable. It shows us that being a leader sometimes means doing what's right, even if you stand alone. Harry's leadership isn't just forged in battle, it's in how he treats others. He defends house elves, comforts classmates, and listens when others don't. His empathy makes him a leader worth following. Think about it, when others saw Luna as odd, Harry saw someone brave and kind. When others ignored Dobby, Harry gave him freedom and friendship. He didn't need to, it wasn't required. But real leaders lift others up. Remember Dobby, he didn't die for a powerful wizard. He died for a friend who treated him like an equal. That small choice made all the difference. Great leaders see the big picture. When Hogwarts felt unsafe, Harry didn't wait for change, he created it. With Dumbledore's army, he empowered his peers, taught them to defend themselves, and created a ripple effect of resilience. He had a clear purpose. He inspired others. He made space for them to grow. Leadership isn't about commanding, it's about enabling others to become the best selves. Hermione Granger, one of the most talented witches of her generation. But what makes her a true leader is not her spellwork, it's her principles. She stood for justice when no one else would. She didn't back down, even when her closest friends didn't take her seriously. Her loyalty to doing what was right made her a force of change. Even when others laughed, she stood up for what she believed in. Leaders don't just go with the flow, they challenge the system when it's broken. Leadership isn't easy. Albus Dumbledore, the wise and revered headmaster, made immense personal sacrifices for the greater good. His mistakes haunted him, but he never stopped doing what he believed was right. He carried burdens he never shared, chose silence when speaking would have been easier, and ultimately gave up his life for the mission he believed in. Leadership is never about comfort, it's about responsibility. His life reminds us, a true leader puts others before themselves, even when it hurts. Neville Longbottom, the shy boy who became a hero. Not all leaders are at the front lines from the start. Neville grew into his role, and when the moment came, he didn't hesitate. He didn't need a prophecy. He didn't need a spotlight. He needed conviction. When Harry was thought to be dead, Neville stood alone, and inspired everyone to fight. Neville's journey shows us that anyone can be a leader. It's not about where you start, it's about who you choose to become. When it mattered most, the wizarding world came together. Gryffindor, Hufflepuff, Ravenclaw, and Slytherin, united in one cause. True leaders bring people together. They listen, respect differences, and rally others for a common goal. Think about Kingsley Shacklebolt, Professor McGonagall, and even former rivals uniting in that final battle. Everyone mattered. Everyone contributed. The fight against darkness was won not by one person, but by a collective effort. Unity is leadership amplified. Great leaders don't walk alone. They seek wisdom. Harry's strength wasn't just in his courage, but in the guidance he received from Sirius, Lupin, Dumbledore, even Snape. They weren't perfect. Some made grave mistakes, but all of them taught Harry something valuable. Leaders are lifelong learners. They ask, they reflect, and they evolve. Even the most flawed characters can teach us. Even the bitterest rival can hold a lesson. Leadership is being humble enough to learn. Luna Lovegood never tried to fit in. Her honesty, curiosity, and quiet strength inspired others without her even trying. She was odd, but kind.